Now we're going to get into the news of the week. It's a bit of
2 weeks.
Well, it's news of bit of a slow week though. Not a lot happening with the news. We've only got
a little background.
Yeah.
We spent all morning.
We were
scouring
desperately combing the internet for news, but apparently there's no news.
No.
So we've got 2 stories, but they're really important. They're sort of big. First off, the Watchmen lawsuit between Fox and Warner Bros. They've been talking behind closed doors. It looks like they're going to come to some agreement that's not going to delay the release of the film.
Well, I saw trailers for it this weekend on TV, so Warner Brothers is still kind of thinking they're...
You've been telling me that there's just that one major point.
Well, from what I
hear,
this could be just conjecture or whatever, but Fox wants the rights to the Batman series, DVD rights, and so that's what they're like. You know, I don't want to say blackmail, but they're kind of like, if you give us that, we'll back down with Watchmen.
I just can't see Warner Brothers giving that up. I just can't see them doing that.
Well, I think if it's, they've invested over $100 million, I'm sure, with Watchmen, so...
it's going to be interesting to see, but that's sort of their flagship. I can't see them.
And Watchmen's supposed to come out in, less than 2 months.
March.
So, yeah, less than 2 months, so we'll see. We'll keep you updated on that.
In other comic book movie news, Iron Man 2 is starting to come together. The rumors are circling that Mickey Rourke, hot on the heels of his comeback, is going to be playing one of the main villains in the sequel.
And there's a little bit of confusion with that.
Sci-Fi Wire, which is the Sci-Fi Channel's news site, they were reporting that he was going to play Whiplash. But you've been hearing that
because when you told me that, I went to Wikipedia and I looked up Whiplash, and I kind of remember my brain, I'm like, he's not even like a C-list villain.
I had the same reaction, like, Whiplash? But
yeah.
But then you said it was going to be Crimson Dynamo.
Crimson Dynamo, who is a Russian version of Iron Man. He's like the Russian government.
Which would be more interesting.
Yeah, and it makes sense with Sam Rockwell is also supposed to be in the movie.
Right.
And he's like this evil industrialist. Yeah. So,
Sam Rockwell.
He's sort of like an evil, he's like the same thing as Tony Stark, but he's evil. So that would make more sense because in the comics and everything, this guy put together, he hired people to kind of go after Iron Man. So it makes more sense if, that makes more sense with the Crimson Dynamo and,
Sam Rockwell from Galaxy Quest.
Well, I think if you, put him and Robert Downey Jr., side to side, you think they make, a good pairing.
Right.
So, there's that.
The other, I guess the other big story of the week is that it's mid-season TV time. And
TV's back!
Which means a lot. After, you get rid of all the crap that gets canceled from the fall, and now a lot of our really most favorite shows are coming back, starting with Jack Bauer's back, people. 24!
Damn it!
I have not watched the first 4 hours. They're on my TiVo. As soon as we're done taping this show, I'm going to rush home and watch the first 4 hours. Tim, you've watched
I watched
all
4 just back to back last night.
You maybe could just give our viewers an idea of how good it is, but try not to give anything away.
Okay, so good, but not giving anything away. I remember last year when during the writer's strike, I said I was never going to watch 24 again because we went a whole year. It was all 2008, no 24 at all. But there was nothing else on last night. Nothing at all. So I'm like, I'll watch it. It was good. Yeah. They explain things.
Did they pick right up where 24 Redemption, where the movie leaves off?
I didn't watch that.
Well, the movie leaves off with him leaving Africa and going back to the States for his Senate hearing.
Yeah, in the first second is him in the Senate hearing.
So it does pick right up where the movie
If you didn't see 24 Redemption, you're going to be a little lost. Because there's a lot of characters, and they talk about characters like you should know them. And it's not user-friendly if you didn't see the movie like I did. Because they're talking about, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, who?
They didn't give you a little,
No, nothing.
Okay.
So that's a little lost. The action's good. There's a part with Tony Almeida that just made me go, oh, yes! And the stunts are really good.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think you're going to like it.
Okay, well, I can't wait to watch this first 4 hours. Also premiering this week, I'm very excited about. Tim, not so
I'll
much.
just leave the room while you...
American Idol is back, people. That's right. I mean, now, obviously, we don't have a lot to say because it's American Idol. They're not changing the format too much. They're just adding a judge. But, I'm excited because I love American Idol. And I am excited it's coming back. So, that's just me.
Are you done yet?
Another great show that's making its return. Psych.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Psych came back on Friday night. Psych is just probably, besides The Office, the funniest show.
Office?
It's the funniest show on television besides The Office.
I laughed so hard. I didn't get to watch it Friday because I forgot. So I taped the later one on Friday and watched it Saturday.
Sean and Gus have to figure out who killed Shabby the sea lion.
Why are you wearing sweatpants?
And hilarity ensues, as always.
It was so funny.
And the thing that really makes this show, when it comes down to it, is the chemistry between James Roday and Dule Hill.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hilarious. It's nonstop laughter, and I'm overjoyed that it's back.
Me too.
Also coming back is Lost.
Yes.
Making its return.
Can't wait.
We don't really have much to say about it because, you know, they play things close to the vest with that show, so you never really know what's going to happen.
Well, we actually got a complaint.
Sure. Somebody...
That we weren't talking about Lost enough on the show because we used to.
Right. But we have nothing to say because the show wasn't on.
Well, Dan was always, into, like, the clips and the spoilers and the theories and all this stuff. And I used to be, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it this season. I want to sit back and just watch everything as it happens. So nothing has kind of happened big that we need to talk about. So, maybe next week once it gets rolling.
When it gets rolling, maybe we'll have some stuff to talk about.
We'll actually start the show again with a show like we used to do. The good old days. Because we'll never talk about Heroes in that way again, I'll tell you that much.
And finally, if I just need to geek out for a second here.
Should I leave the room again?
VSG, Battlestar Galactica, coming back for its final episodes. Heartbreaking as that is, yes, it's ending. But here's the thing. It ended with them finally making their way to Earth, but then they get there and Earth is all effed up. It's just, and they don't know what to
I thought Earth
do.
was destroyed in the first place.
No, that was Caprica. That's where they were from. That was the planet they were from. And we're finally going to find out who the final Cylon is. And so it's just lots of secrets are going to be revealed. We get to see how the whole thing's going to wrap up. I'm very excited. I can't wait. Friday night. Actually, all day Friday is Battlestar Galactica Marathon, so,
Don't call you or
don't
email
call,
you.
Don't email, don't write.
Okay.
I'm busy. I'm busy.
Okay.
14 hours of Battlestar Galactica.
Well, enjoy. I will be living my life.
That's crazy talk.
I won't. I'll be sitting at home bored.
I guess we'll end with our Stump the Host.
Okay. I'm ready.
I think this question is probably going to be a little easy because,
Okay.
But it's about Psych.
Oh, okay. Good.
So, according to IMDb, what do you think is the highest rated episode of Psych?
I would say the pilot, but I don't think... I'm going to go with American Duos just because that's my favorite episode. I know I'm wrong, so...
It is American Duos.
Yes! Almost fell there.
But, surprisingly, number 2 is Cloudy with a Chance of Murder.
Oh, I like that episode.
Yeah.
So...
And number 3 is Lights, Camera, Homicidio.
Oh, that's a good episode. Wow, so I'm still kind of undefeated.
Yeah, I know. That was an easy question. What can you do?
So, next week we're going to have a special episode. It's not going to be where we learn a lesson or, something bad happens.
On a very special Viewpoints.
Stephanie gets kidnapped and learns a lesson or something, Our special episode is going to be all Oscars. The Oscar nominations come out. So, normally we film our show on Tuesdays because of the inauguration. And,
big day.
And the Oscar nominations come out 2 days later. We're going to postpone for 2 days and have a special Oscar. We're going to talk about everything Oscar.
Nominations, talk about all the nominations and really break it down.
What they mean, how many we've seen, how many we're going to see.
Right.
And hopefully this is the year that Tim sees a lot of movies that are nominated.
Okay.
And we're going to have a special surprise. Well, not really surprise, but where I'm going to talk about the last 20 years of Oscars and how the Best Picture will probably be something I don't like.
Okay, then. So we'll see you next week for the Oscar extravaganza.